Yo, what's up guys, my name is Soundless and today I'm gonna show you how I made the remix of Better Off by MOGI and LPK. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So, first of all, I got some codes from MOGI. It was a MIDI file, so I just put that into Addictive Case and it sounds like that. These are the basic codes that you can hear throughout the whole song, repeating. Then I just layered it with some break pad, some more keys, and we even have a pretty simple pad that is just serum with a comms filter on it. So yeah, that's the first piano that plays throughout the whole song. And then after 8 bars, the melody changes to a little bit quicker one, to give a bit of movement to the whole track. Then I have a layer of strings, which is just chords, really simple chords. So this is the MIDI for it. It's nothing fancy, to be honest. It's just some chords. Then we have vocals that the boy sent me. Here's the lead vocal.
I've been running around, wondering where you
I just put some more reverb on it and turn down the volume so that it's not a harsh, because it was sort of harsh for me. Then another vocals that I got was this chorus vocals.
'Cause I'm better off dead without you.
And again, it's just 7 dB quieter. Then we have some ad-libs that I created from the lead vocals, and there are some reverbs of those, so it's a smooth transition between those. So in context of the whole track, it sounds like this. They just go in pretty smoothly because of the reverse vocals. They are made in a really simple way. You just put a lot of reverb on the track that you want to make the reverse of, and then you pretty much render it and reverse the whole thing. Then we have some doubles for the chorus of the vocals. Yeah, another doubles. And 2 harmonies, one is left, one is right. And these are all the doubles and the harmonies together. And we have some high vocals as well. And all together, those vocals sound like that.
'Cause I'm better off dead without you.
For the first break, that's pretty much it. It's all it is just some vocals and piano. Then we have some reversed lead vocal, so that the lead vocal goes in pretty smoothly.
I've been running around.
I wanted to give it some sort of a introduction, just like with the ad-libs. It's just a lot of reverb and then rendered and reversed. So then after the 8 first bars of the intro, I've introduced some claps. Each other clap is reversed. And then after another 8 bars, I've introduced a top loop, which is low pass and high pass at the same time. And they both move up the frequency spectrum. And when the drop hits, they are fully open both ways, so that you can hear the top loop pretty clearly. Then after the first 8 bars of the verse, actually, when I introduced the top loop, I also introduced the vocal chops that are low pass, and there's a whole lot of effects on it. This is how the vocal chops sound processed, and without all the effects. So there's echo on them. I have an EQ. I have a filter that just filters them. It's a low pass, as said. We have a vocoder, another echo, another reverb, actually 2 of them. Then on each of the vocals, I have a tad different processing going on, just because they are in different spectrums. The first one is the original octave, then another one is an octave lower, the last one is an octave higher. So the first one, I'll focus on this one, it has some nectar on it, just to give a little bit of this processing going on. We have some sort of telephone-ish EQ, also a vintage tape, we have a redux, and we have erosion. and these are pretty much all the effects that there are. All together, they sound like that. And these are the vocal chops, pretty much. And then, despite all the effects that are here, because I won't go deeply into what's here and what's not, we have some sweep ups, sweep downs, a sub drop, and then we have a fill. The first one introduces the snare build-up, and then there's just a quick roll at the end. And when the snare build-up comes in, there's also another sub drop and some more effects, so that it has more impact altogether. And yeah, in the build-up, there's just not much going on as well. It's just it's pretty simple. I try to keep the track simple so that it's easy to take in, and it just stays in your head, you know. And then we have the drop. The drop is I had the most trouble with that because I wanted to have the noticeable click of the bass. This is just the bass without the sub bass. I don't know where I've ended because my camera died, but we have a kick and claps, plus the top loop that we had before, and those vocal chops that I showed you earlier. We also have some crowd samples that fill in the drop a little bit. Again, a lot of sound effects. The whole drop, it's actually not 16 bars as your usual drop, but it's 24. And as I said, the whole drop is pretty much the same, except for one thing, and that is the pianos that are really aggressive. If you hear them, you instantly think of electronic music, and that's what was my purpose on those. This changes in the second 8 bars and in the last 8 bars. Plus, the vocal chops disappear, and I have the vocals that are singing the chorus part.
Better off
So that
dead.
there's some change in the whole track, and there's more emotion and whatnot. Plus, there's another 2 loops that I've added. There's just claps, and there's rides that are pitching up, plus a really quick beat that's grooved. I've grooved it with I just can't remember what groove was. I think it was 1655. So another part is a second break that I thought I'll make really different than the whole track itself, because I wanted to make an orchestral break, an orchestral verse. So it starts pretty much as the first break. It's the same, just some strings and piano, but we have a guitar that plays, it just plays those notes. It also has a reverse part, which is panned to the left, just like the guitar. Then we have the orchestral section. So as you can hear, it's pretty self-explanatory. I think that the thing that I aimed for, the orchestral vibe, the epic vibe of the whole thing. And then we go back to the pretty standard build-up, but the second drop is a late drop. I wanted it to have a little bit more movement than the first one. Again, I want to keep it interesting and not the same all the time. And yeah, there's not much to that actually, because the second drop is the same as the first one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and see you around.